warriors. So in part 2 of knee on belly or chest or knee on chest, shin on belly, whatever we're looking at, just the concept here, we're going to take it to a hold like we said from part 1. So do part 1, make sure you know your positions for the knee on the chest or shin on the belly, and from here this time we're going to take it into a hold, because as we said, it's a good starting position to just make those holds a little bit different. So rather than just sitting in doing your Kesa Gatame, it's a great way to go from a position that is very useful into a hold. So you're looking at those transitions here. So from here, I'm going to start with my knee on belly, chest on, knee on chest, shin on belly, whatever way you want to term it. I'm going to grab hold of the lapel the same side as I've got my knee. So my knee, I'm using my right knee, so I'm going to use my right hand. My left hand's going to grab hold of the elbow. So here, I've got my knee across the chest. From there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this arm up to make this nice and tight right behind the elbow. I'm going to tuck it under me, there. From here, this hand, really important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this hand, thumb inside the collar, underneath and go to the back of their neck. So I'm pinning them there, you can see, with my thumb in the gi, fingers wrapped round. Now I'm going to pin that to the floor. So now when they try and sit up, their gi's keeping them to the floor. Here. So now I'm in a nice strong position. I'm going to pop this knee underneath, slide under through, and then I'm going to sit into my Kesa Gatame. Here, get a bit more of a hold with that elbow, and this hand can slide around the neck and slide to the other side. And now I've got my Kesa Gatame. If you don't know how to do Kesa Gatame, guess what? There's a video on it. Check it out. So from here, knee on the chest here, shin on belly, lapel of the same side, so right leg, right hand. So I'm going to grab hold of that right hand lapel as I look at it, grab hold of the left arm from here. From there, I'm going to pull this up nice and tight, and as I pull that up, I'm going to slide this one round. So I'm going to pull up, slide it round here. So now I'm pinning them to the mat. So now I can still go Kesa, or I can change what I'm going to do, hold them in this position for a moment and decide on what aspect I'm going to go to. But here, now I can from there, slide my knee in underneath, slide this hand round a little bit further, and you see already, this is already pulled up. I'm just simply walking my elbow over the top to chicken wing and grab hold of the elbow. And now I've got my Kesa Gatame. Let's do one more walkthrough and then we'll do some actual goes of it. So from here, knee on belly, or rather knee on chest, shin on belly, right knee, right hand, right lapel. So from it, pull it up. From there, slide this hand round to grab them on the collar. I often term it putting them on the, hang them on the peg, because you're using that thumb to like pull them back. So you're pinning them here or hanging them on the peg. Through with the knee, slide that hand under, chicken wing position. So let's do a couple of those. Let's do 4 of those as reps. Ready? So from there, so pull in, arm goes underneath, through, Kesa Gatame, sit into your Kesa, come back, knee, lapel, elbow, pull, hand goes underneath, through, hand comes right up through to grab the other side of the collar. 2 more, so san, and sheet, and through. So there's how we can get to Kesa. Let's do a couple on, let's do 3 goes on the other side, so we'll have a little walk through and then we'll move on to the next hold. So I've got my knee on the chest, shin on the belly, my left leg's on, so I'm going to use my left hand to grab a hold of the lapel, pull up there, arm by the elbow here, hand slides round to back of the gi. Remember, thumb in the gi, fingers out, make a fist, pin it to the mat. From there, pull this elbow up, slide this knee underneath, sit down onto that back hip, collar, chicken wing, Kesa Gatame. From here, slide it through. I've pulled this arm up, so you can see here, slide and pull. There, gone, got it. From here, pop the knee underneath, slide this arm right under, grab hold, keep hold of the collar here, and there, gone, got them. 1 more on this side, and then we're going to move on to a different hold. So from here, slide the, pull up the elbow, slide the collar, underneath, slide through, and there's my Kesa Gatame. So, we're going to now go on to a different hold. So this time we're going to do Mune Gatame. So Mune Gatame is our chest hold. Last one was scarf hold, this one's chest hold. Real simple, very similar aspects. We start the same, so I start with my shin across the abs. I start with my knee on the chest or on the pec. from here, and I can start in the exact same position, so here, okay? So I might want to pull this up so my knee can go underneath, but they might know this, so they might be pulling their elbow down, and they might not let me pull the elbow out because they're thinking I want that distance to get my knee underneath. So they're pulling elbow down in, that's fine. So from here, I'm going to fold that across them. Fold it across, chest on there. Hand comes underneath. Here, I've still got my knee, I'll change angle in a second, still got my knee on the belly, here, and then I can either stay in this position and move to a Teitsu Gatame, hop there, or I can drop into Mune Gatame here. Or I can come back to my knee on belly, yeah? So from here, we've got shin across the abs, knee on the chest, elbow, lapel. From here, they might be pulling this in, or I might just be able to push it across, doesn't really matter. I'm going to push it across. As I do that, this knee is going to come in. So now look, you see that here? It's the chest on their elbow, knee's got in right by the head. I can change my hands, let go, because this arm's already trapped. Here, got my hold. Now I can either drop that knee off and get into a chest hold, a Mune Gatame, or I could even work it into Teitsu Gatame. We're going to look at Mune Gatame because that's what it is for the second mon. So we can go through the mon grades here quite nicely with all this. So from here, I've got my position. From there, they're pulling, fold, turn the knee in. Mind don't hit your partner in the head if they are alive. Well, otherwise they're a dummy, aren't they? Okay. Arms under and through. So if they're a living person, you want to be careful when you hit them in the head. If they're a dummy like Derek, doesn't matter, but I still want to be ready that I am going to be doing it on someone who will notice me kneeing them in the head, so I want to be careful of that. So one, I've got my position here, so I could be going for a Kesa Gatame, but from here I'm going to fold this across, turn in. You see that? So rather than me just going here, I'm going to use my whole body here, and I can pull myself in with this part of the gi because I can use their body weight, especially if they're bigger than me. That's what often I find, that they're going to be heavy. I can't pull them off the ground, but they'll pull me into them. So I'll pull me down into them, push the arm, and fold my chest on theirs. Hand comes underneath the head. You can see I've still got this one, this lapel, I've still got my knee on, and then when I'm feeling secure here, then I can take this arm underneath, drop into my Mune Gatame. However, I want to do my Mune Gatame. So do one more on this side. From here, we're going to lapel, elbow, from there, pulling it up if they're not letting me. From here, fold it in, one. Now I've collapsed down onto them, not too far. Chest over there, chest, remember, still keep all the same rules as the holds. Arm comes underneath, here, drop down, and there's my Mune Gatame. Let's go on the other side. So, shin on belly, knee on chest, whatever we're calling it, I don't mind. Transition position this is. So this isn't going to be a position you stay into for ages. This is a position you're going to transition from here to the next mark, or the next position, or the next technique, or submission, etc. So from here, they're pulling this arm out, one, fold it. So this needs to happen first. So this will go ever so slightly first. Now when it's gone past me here, now I can fold my chest round. So my knee comes in, elbow is underneath my chest is pressing down into their chest, hand comes underneath, a hand goes underneath the arm. Here, Mune Gatame, spread my legs out if I want. Let's go one more, and then I'll show you from a different angle. So from this side, fold one, hand underneath the arm, and then I'm into my Mune Gatame wherever I want to be. So if I continue with this right hand grip, so from here, I've got my position, fold, turn as you do it. So spiral round and down. Spirals, really useful, use them. So here, I'm not just going across, down, I am spiraling down into them. Hand goes underneath the head, the one that had the elbow. Now, you can see here, so I've changed position, you can see this leg hasn't had to come off. Hand goes underneath there, so now I can either drop back to Mune Gatame, or I can walk this arm up and slide that one over to Teitsu Gatame. Or I can drop back to my Mune Gatame, and I've kept this arm trapped. Really handy when you can trap an arm. So from here, fold in and down, that knee stayed on, hand underneath the elbow, the head, not the elbow, hand underneath the arm, my chest is on the elbow, and from here I can either drop down to Mune Gatame, or I continue to Teitsu Gatame. last one of Mune Gatame. So from here, fold and down. So again, don't collapse down like you're bowing. From here, spiral down. So I'm dropping round and down. So I'm not going turn, drop. I'm going drop and turn. Here. So I'm going drop and turn, hand underneath the head, hand underneath the arm, drop back into Mune Gatame. So final one is Kuzure Kesa Gatame. Not that I particularly go to a Kuzure Kesa Gatame from this knee on belly or etc. whatever we're calling it. I wouldn't particularly go to it, but I would just to practice my hold, just to change it up rather than just sitting in Kuzure Kesa Gatame. Here I can make it a bit more action and go, oh well, I could do this in an actual position. So we've got knee on chest here, arm up. So from there, this time I'm not going to take the arm round there. Okay, I'm going to drop my elbow down, keeping hold of the lapel. So I pull this one up, drop my knee in, drop the elbow down. Hand goes underneath. This one's going to go over the top. And there's my Kuzure Kesa Gatame, grabbing hold of the shoulder. So knee on chest, shin on belly. Here one, I'm going to draw it up, give myself some space for this knee to pop off. As that knee goes underneath, my elbow can drop down. So I'm keeping hold of this lapel. So if I let go, there's no leverage or anything keeping hold here. Well now, if I keep hold of the lapel, it's gripping them. I'm going to make my arm strong. So I'm not going to bend my wrist. I'm going to keep my arm strong here. I'm going to press down. So now there's pressure on that person as I'm going into it. Where here, they can get that arm up into my face and start trying to shrimp over. Where if I'm putting up, but also pressing down with my forearm, this arm is harder for it to come in because I can manipulate it a bit, but more importantly, they can't shrimp towards me because I'm holding up their shoulders, but pressing down into them, so they're going to find it really hard to shrimp. I can get my elbow position here, go and get myself into my Kuzure Kesa Gatame. So from here, I've got my hold. From there, drop the knee, elbow goes down, keep hold of this pedal, so pull it up. So make sure here, you can see my wrist isn't being strong here, it's just being flat. So I'm going to pull that wrist up. Now you can see what happens to Derek. There, just moves ever so slightly through. So now, from here when this one's coming up, now I can take it underneath. And there's my Kuzure. So there wasn't a wall in the way. I'll be in a perfect Kuzure position. Two more on this side. So from here, I've got my knee on chest, shin on belly. So from here, one. Kept this one. So you see I've slid that knee underneath. As that elbow's gone down, I've pulled up with this wrist. Trap that elbow, hand comes in and through. Because one more, then we'll change sides. Do it from this angle, so you've got a slightly different perspective. So from here, one, slid down, look at my chest has gone straight onto their chest. From here, sit into it, hand goes underneath, through. So that's one real big aspect that we won't have looked at in Kesa, but we'll look at in Kuzure. So my chest is going to go straight down, because last time we kept them pinned down with the arm, with the hand, in the collar. So this time we haven't got that because we're going to Kuzure. So this time, when I'm here, pull up, I'm going to go drop, elbows dropping down that armpit, and my body and chest is going to go onto there, straight into positions now. Side of my rib cage is pressing down into their chest, on their sternum, arm underneath, and there's my Kuzure. So from here, you see, so the big aspect I take from this one is, because it's very similar to Kesa, obviously we've got the drop down the elbow, making sure this wrist is strong so it's not bent, it's nice and strong. But as we do that, from here, chest, or my rib cage onto their chest, hand underneath, get my legs in position, now I'm in Kuzure. Remember, get the position, get the hold, then you can sort out other little details, maintain the pressure, get the pressure straight on. So from here, one, so we slid straight underneath, my chest went straight onto their sternum, my rib cage went straight onto their sternum, and this elbow went down to the mat and pulled them up, holding them down. Here, arm goes underneath, Kuzure. We'll do two more, and then we're leaving it there for part two. So from here, one, slid in, look, straight on, I'm not too far this way, I'm straight over the top of them, hand underneath, there's Kuzure. Last one, from here, knee on chest, shin on belly, slide under, drop the elbow down, chest straight onto their chest here, or like the side of my rib cage, arm underneath, here, there's my Kuzure. So that is the knee on belly, part two, Warriors, thank you very much for watching. Right, see you in the next episode.